everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Laura. Today we're gonna do some knitting, and I apologize. I know you can hear the AC on. It's right above my head, and the vent is right above my head, and I know you can hear it because my microphone is telling me you can hear it. So it'll go off. It's just, I don't even know why it's on. It's 8 o'clock. It's 8 p.m. Can't be that hot outside, and the house couldn't have gotten that hot, so I don't know. I'm a little cold. I should just go turn it off in a while. But today we're going to work on this pattern. I'm only going to show you the first page because you do have to purchase the pattern. It's from BDD Patterns. You can go to bddpatterns.com or you can visit them on Etsy, which is where I got this. But it is a knit poncho. I'm using a different color and I'm using a different fiber content, so mine is probably going to look a little different. But we're going with it. So I don't need that. I do need this. So I'm trying out this new yarn. Well, it's new to me, from Michaels. It's just a giant skein of cotton. It's the biggest skein of cotton I've ever seen. And I got 3 of them for this project. And there's some good colors. There's some good colors to choose from. There's not... What was that? That was my bag falling over, sorry. There's some good colors to choose from. Not as many as like Lily Sugar and Cream. But I know it's kind of hard. Like Yarn Inspirations isn't stocking Lily Sugar and Cream right now. You can buy Lily Sugar and Cream on Michaels.com or at Hirschner's. But I wanted to feel it before I bought it, and I like this color. It's kind of like a celery color. So this is what I've got so far. Just kind of show you. It's absolutely full of cat hair. And it's not perfect. My tension isn't perfect with knitting. And it's pretty loose because I'm using, to get the right gauge, I had to use bigger needles. So it's pretty loose. But it's just a poncho anyway. Oh, good. AC turned off. It has ribbing along the bottom and then ribbing up both sides, and I've messed up the ribbing already on the sides, but I didn't want to go back and fix it, so nobody's gonna look besides me, and I don't care that much, so that's okay. So this yarn should be on the other side of me. Not knit on my desk before, so this is a little awkward. And as always, when I start this row, I don't know if I'm supposed to knit or purl. So we're just gonna, I think that's right. Yeah, so this is a knit row. The whole thing is knit, it's just that with the ribbing on the edge, it's back and forth. So how's everyone doing? Today is Sunday night. I had a productive day, although I did take a nap. I've been so tired lately, and I don't know what it is. I am taking a new medication. This is going to be hard to get the yarn out, isn't it? That's okay. I am taking a new medication, and I'm going up on the dose, so it could be that. Could be that some of the other medications I'm taking just do make you sedated, and so I could just be tired. that sucks. It's like, you know, you want to do things and be productive and even fun things. And then sometimes I just end up sleeping. Just such, I mean, it's good if that's what my body needs, but I'm not really sure it does. I don't like it. More power to anyone if they enjoy, you know, sleeping. I mean, that's fine. I don't think I sleep well at night, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm tired during the day too. But that's okay. Gonna deal with it. I did do a lot of gardening today, so apologies. Oh, my fingernails are pretty clean. So apologies if there's any dirt, but I'm gonna zoom you out just a little bit. Yeah. I pulled up some old plants, and there's a bed under my front window, under my bedroom window, and I pulled up some plants there that were they were done, and they've been there for years, and they were just they'd had it, and cleared out the bed, and then I went to a nursery, and what did I get? I got some alyssum and some little succulent-y things. They look like succulents, but they've got flowers on them, and I'm not really sure what they are. I've had them before, and they look really nice, and they grow really well here. So I did get a 6-pack of those and planted them, and then I got some kind of random orange flower and some little pink daisies and a bacopa, which is kind of like a trailing white flower vine. So, you know, just some stuff, and planted all that in the front bed. Looks really nice, looks really clean. Need to go up there and sweep up the rose petals because above that bed is a giant climbing pink rose. And it drops, you know, a lot of petals and a lot of leaves, so I need to go clean up. But I'm really happy with it. And then I went and last night, I went and I got a tomato. I got a cherry tomato. I think it was a black cherry tomato. So like really, 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 really dark purplish red. And so that'll be fun. I'm not super fond of tomatoes. I like them. I like cherry tomatoes when they're cut up and with like added with vinegar and onion and maybe cucumber or something, you know, like that kind of like a little veggie salad. I like that. And I like cherry tomatoes in vinegar-based salads. You know, it's all about the cherry tomato and the vinegar. But I don't eat tomatoes just like on burgers or sandwiches or anything else. That's why I chose to get the cherry tomato, because I figured I'll get more use out of it. And I like sharing, you know, like if I'm growing something and I have too much of it, you know, I like just putting it out on the curb and letting people take from it, you know, putting some bags with it and letting people take food. I like doing that. I also have some 3 zucchini plants and a bunch of green onion. So those are all growing too. And then there's a bunch of beds up there, and they're full of weeds, and I'm slowly chipping away at it. So I pulled some weeds today. It takes a lot of energy out of me to pull weeds, and like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't have a lot of an energy reserve. So, you know, I just have to do a little bit at a time and take a break, and do a little bit and take a break. That's okay. So I'm doing that. I pulled some weeds in my parents' front yard today because it's getting a little out of hand, and my mom just isn't able to go do that anymore. And my dad pulled weeds in one bed the other weekend, and I figured I'd just go start every day going and pulling weeds out of the other bed. And that would be helpful and just make it look nicer for them. My mom's having this thing right now, part of side effect from the chemotherapy, where she goes, if she's in the sun for any length of time, she gets all these red spots all over her face. And even if she's wearing like sunscreen and a hat, it's bright red spots. So I think that's wrong. See, I do this like every row. Anyway, so she's having a hard time going outside and doing things. And she's struggling with nausea. So she's not, even if she, were feeling like doing something. It's, wanting to go out and do something physical when you're feeling nauseous is just awful. So no word yet on the results from her MRI. But I'm not sure if we should really expect anything. I mean, of course she wouldn't have any results yet. It's the weekend. She got it on Friday. So maybe this week, we'll see. Even if she got the results from her MRI, like on my chart, I don't know that we'd be able to make sense of them without the doctor talking to her. I worked more on that crochet vest that I was working on last video. I finished the back panel, and I started working on one of the front panels. There's back panel and two front panels, and then there should be sleeves, but I'm not going to add any sleeves. So I finished one front panel, and then I'm working on the second front panel. It actually worked up really quickly, so I'm pleased with that. And then I actually haven't finished reading the rest of the pattern, but the picture shows ties in the front, like to tie it together. So I'll probably add that. And then I don't know if the pattern maker has you go like around the whole thing, like a finishing row. So I might need to see about that. But yeah. I did some work in my house today too. I cleaned up my kitchen. It was getting so gross, you guys. Being tired all the time makes it so hard to clean things. And so I spent, I have the most energy in the evening. So instead of just spending my whole time knitting and crocheting, I decided I should probably, get some work done. Clean the countertops, put away a bunch of stuff. There's still some stuff on the counter, but I don't know where to put it yet. In case anyone was wondering, this yarn, I don't remember, hang on, is it right here? No, that's a Caron Cotton Cake. Not Caron Cotton Cake, Caron Blossom Cake. I don't know where the tag or where the wrap was for this, but I think it probably recommended like a size 7 or 8 needle, and I'm using a size 10. So that's why it is quite loose. So I've been planning on other things to make from my Etsy store. I just reopened it. If I remember, I'll leave a link in the description in case you're just curious about what kinds of things I sell. Right now there's not a lot on there. I think I told you last video I did discontinue a lot of stickers, and I have a lot of knit hats that I still need to list. And I have more sticker designs that I need to make and list. So, you know, I got work to do. But I was thinking about, I have like some cotton yarn. I was thinking about making some knit dishcloths, because that sounds really nice. And I've been working on it. It's been a trial and error kind of thing, trying to figure out what needle size I need for that yarn, so that it's not a super loose knit, because you want it to be kind of denser for a towel, I think. So I've been having a little bit of trouble with that. I've tried a few different size needles. I got really lucky. I got some 16-inch circular needles, which is like the small cord size. These are like a 34-inch, I think. But 16-inch are the small ones, and I got a size 10, a size 9, and a size 8 for $1, less than $1 each at a thrift store. And they're in the nice bamboo. Not that the metal ones aren't nice. I use metal ones too, but the bamboo ones are nicer for some fibers, I think. So I got those, and I've been able to use those for the dishcloths for the testing. I do apologize about the AC. I really don't understand why it's coming on so much. I just don't think it got that hot today. I think I knit the other side of this. Yeah, I did. So the next row should be a purl row. Let's try. I usually just do a few stitches and then yeah, we're good. Should be knit two knit rows and 2 purl rows, but I think I've done it. Either I'm just not remembering by the time I get to the other end, or I'm doing something a little wrong. So I'm not entirely sure these are 2 by 2 rows, but that's okay. The only reason I'm making a poncho is that I don't have enough confidence in myself to make a sweater. I would love to make myself a sweater, but I just feel like I'm not. Hang on. I just feel like I'm not that skilled. I know how to knit and I know how to purl, and I've done decreases before, so I could look it up again. There's not many other stitches to do with making a basic sweater. I just feel like there's probably more math involved and more paying attention. And I severely suffer with paying attention. So one day I will get up the courage and make a sweater. I've only made one sweater. No, I've made 2 sweaters and they were crochet. And one of them ended up really ill-fitting because the pattern wasn't very good. The other sweater ended up really nice. It was a hexagon, like a granny stitch hexagon sweater. It turned out really nice. I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer. Plus, I am so cold with this AC vent on. I actually have like a little air diverter thing up there so that it doesn't blow directly on me while I'm sitting at my desk. I haven't even really looked at this yet to see if I've like dropped a stitch or something. Do I care? I don't know. I don't like knitting backwards, so I don't know that I care that much. I don't see any drop stitches. I hope your day was delightful. Hope you got done what you wanted to get done, even if that was nothing. I hope you got to spend your day doing whatever it is you wanted to do. We're going to finish this row and then call it done for now, because I'm thirsty and I didn't bring my water with me. I almost always have my water with me when I'm making a video. Sorry, I got lost in my thoughts for a moment. I was thinking about how I need to figure out what I'm going to do about my asthma medication. If I want to try a new one, or if I just want to live with it for now. I don't know. We'll see. What TV shows are you guys watching right now? Tell me about it. Tell me in the comments what TV show you're watching right now. I am back to Murder, She Wrote. I started watching some episodes of that, enjoying it thoroughly. And I'm still watching Curse of Oak Island on the History Channel. That's a fun one too. even know how I got started watching that, honestly. But I'm glad I did. All right. Go back to purling. Okay. So we only got, you know, a couple rows done, but honestly, it's just a couple rows here and there that I ever do. And you know, eventually it'll turn into something. I like the repetitiveness, repetitiveness of it, the repetition of it. Like I said, you can tell my uneven stitches, but that's okay. It is very soft though and very drapey. It's nice. I like this yarn a lot. I'm hoping to make more things with it in the future in different colors. They had a really nice color that was like this is a napkin, but it was kind of like this color, like kind of a light twine, sandy color. That I think would make something really nice, kind of neutral. But I'm gonna let you go. That's it for now. I'm cold. I want to go get my water and go under a blanket. So I will talk to you all again very soon. Bye.